can be safe to do some balancing in case you slip out. And we're gonna start in child's pose. So take your big toes to touch, knees out wide, reach up nice and tall above your head, and bring your forehead to the mat. And just start to breathe and come into your body. Maybe shaking your head a little bit from side to side. Maybe reaching a little farther with one arm and then the other. Whatever feels good to sort of get yourself in the mindset of class this morning, afternoon, day. Take some nice, clearing breaths. Take one or two more. Really feeling the breath come in and out. And on your next inhale, come up to a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Fasten belly button to spine. Your toes can be tucked or pressing into the mat with the tops of your feet. Take a nice grounding breath in this position. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. Take your left hand slightly in towards center. Inhale, open up on the right. Really expanding through the chest. And then take that hand, come through, thread the needle, resting gently on the side of your head and your shoulder. Maybe you go for a little half bind. Maybe you take the arm up overhead. Whatever feels good, and really sink into this opening in the shoulder. One more full round of breath right here. Wherever your left hand is, bring it back down by your face. Inhale, open back up, maybe take a big arm circle, and then come back to tabletop. Ground yourself down one more time. And then take your right hand in towards center, and inhale, open up on the left side. Before taking that hand through, threading the needle on this other side. And try to take the same variation that you did on the other side, creating some balance through the arms. Bring your right hand back by your face. Inhale, open up on the left. Maybe take a circle again, whatever feels good before you find your way back to tabletop. Let's take a deep breath in and clear it out. Take your hands slightly in front of where they are right now. Tuck your toes and send your hips up high for down dog. First one of the day, maybe pedal it out a little bit. Playing into the hips, whatever you need to do to open up and get those legs ready for some yoga. And find some stillness. Take a deep breath in, bend your knees, look forward, and on your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Come into a nice ragdoll forward fold. Your knees can be as bent as they need to be. Maybe grab opposite elbows, sway a little bit from side to side. And just feel into the back side of your legs here. Release your hands down to the mat if they aren't already. Maybe walk your feet in or keep them at hip width distance. Take a deep breath in, find a halfway lift. Flat back, shoulders pulling onto the back side of your body, looking out in front of you. Lots of length through the back of the neck. And on your exhale, find your forward fold. And then inhale, root to rise, come up. Find a mountain pose, palms facing forward. Maybe take your shoulders up, down, and back. Settling into your mountain pose. Take one more deep breath in, really root down through your feet. And then inhale, upward salute. Arms coming up to the ceiling or the top of wherever you are, pinky fingers spiraling in. Exhale, ground down, but lengthen through the back of the spine. And come back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands onto your mat, step back to a high plank. Really fasten belly button to spine, shoulders over wrists. Energy out your heels, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, gently lower all the way down onto your belly. Flip back onto the tops of your feet. And on your inhale, find a gentle cobra. Being mindful as we're just starting out. Exhale, lower. And when you're ready, press back up through tabletop or plank and find your way back to down dog. Maybe pedal it out again. And really root down through all of your grounded knees and, oh goodness, words are hard. Ground down. On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and travel to the top of your space on the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, upward salute. And exhale all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank once again, and flow through a connection that feels good for you. That might be back down through cobra, maybe the full expression of chaturanga, or maybe you just hold a plank for a breath and then meet back in down dog. Whatever feels good to you, always option to use your knees if you need a little more stability for your shoulders. Meeting back in down dog, let's take a full clearing breath. One more deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and exhale, travel to the top. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Little cue change here. We're going to inhale, finding chair pose. Sending your hips down and back, knees bent so that you can see your toes. Arms can be up or at heart center. Whatever feels better for you. Find your alignment and take a second to sink in. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, lift your right knee up, ground down through your left foot. Find your balance, find somewhere in your room where you can look. Take a deep breath in, reach up. And on your exhale, gently open up to the right, twisting through the spine. Engage through the core. Find your balance. Breathe. On your inhale, come back up through center, and then gently send that right foot back. Take it back on an angle, finding warrior two. Once you've found it, check that your front knee is over your front ankle, and tracking out over your middle toes, and then exhale and sink in for a second. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, find extended side angle, opening your heart up to the top corner of your room. Feel that extension all the way from your hand down to your toes. And on your inhale, come up and slightly back, reverse warrior. This is more of a side stretch than a back bend. One more inhale, lengthen up to the sky. And on your exhale, come back down to your mat and connect through whichever way you would like, whether that's full chaturanga, cobra, or plank. And exhale takes you back to down dog. And take a second to notice how your body's feeling, maybe noticing some heat building. Breathe nice and deep. Take a deep breath in, bend your knees, look forward, and exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose once again. Exhale, hold here, feel your strength. On your inhale, lift your left leg this time, find your balance. Eyes finding a nice gaze point to focus on. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, twist to the left. Engage your core, find your balance. If you fall out, that's okay, just come right back in. Take a full round of breath in your twist. On your inhale, come back up through center. And on your exhale, gently take your left foot back and find your warrior two setup on this side. Front knee over front ankle, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Shoulders over hips, and sink in. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, come over, extended side angle. Notice how this side is maybe a little different. Breathe into it. Exhale out all your air, and inhale, reverse warrior. Extending through the right rib cage. Inhale, reach up a little taller. And on your exhale, come back down to your mat, plant your hands, step back, and flow or skip, whatever feels good. Meeting back in down dog. Now that we've done both sides, maybe pedal it out a little bit. Notice if we've made some new space in any parts of your legs. And then ground down into your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find chair pose again. Exhale, hold here, find your alignment, rediscover this pose. We're going to move into some balancing. So prep your mind for that. Take a couple deep breaths, maybe sink a little lower. On your next inhale, lift your right leg, cross your ankle over your left knee, and sit down into standing figure four. Make sure that your right foot is active towards your right knee to protect that joint. And then find your depth, find your balance for one more round of breath. Really ground down through that left foot. Now grab onto your right ankle. On your inhale, gently bring it up. We're coming into tree pose. If this is a little too much, you can go here. You can kind of kickstand. But try and find somewhere other than your knee to rest your foot. Keep your balance. And find tree pose. If this starts to feel really stable for you, maybe you grow some branches. And if that starts to feel really good, maybe you look up. And if you're really wild, maybe you close your eyes. But that always throws me. So go to whatever feels good for you. One more full round of breath. Gently bring yourself back out. Take your knee off and maybe shake it out a little bit. Prepare for the other side. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and find chair pose. Lots of length through the spine. Make sure you're connecting belly button to your spine so you protect your low back. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, maybe sink a little lower. And then inhale, lift your left leg. Grounding down through the right foot, cross that ankle over, and sit into standing figure 4 on this side. Again, foot is active. Finding somewhere to look where you feel stable. And breathe nice and deep. Really feel rooted through your right foot. Take a deep breath in. And let it all out. Grab onto that left ankle and take it to wherever it'll work for tree pose on this side. Find your balance. And breathe. And take it to wherever you can today. Maybe that's branches out, eyes closed, looking up. Or maybe that's just right here. Whatever works. One more full round of breath. And when you're ready, gently bring yourself back out. Shake it out. Take a big breath in, reach up, upward salute. And on your exhale, find your forward fold. Take a second here, rest in this position with both feet rooted into the earth. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift. And then step your feet out about hip width distance, maybe a little wider. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Bend your knees and fold even deeper for big toe pose. And let gravity decompress through your spine as you breathe nice and deep. Two more full rounds of breath right here. Release your fingers from your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, turn your toes out. Maybe take your feet a little wider and sit down into frog squat. Malasana. Pressing elbows into knees. Make any adjustments in your feet so that your knees are pressing out over your middle toes. Sitting up nice and tall. Opening up the inner hips. Take two more deep breaths here. Gently bring your hands back down to your mat, send your hips back up high, plant your palms and step back to down dog. Maybe pedal it out a little bit. Breathe nice and deep and celebrate where you were able to get today for tree pose. Balancing poses can be challenging, but they are also very rewarding. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and let it out the mouth. On your next inhale, take your right leg and lift it up to the sky for three-legged dog. And on your exhale, bring that foot through to the right wrist, finding warrior two on your inhale. Exhale, sink in, front knee over front ankle, standing nice and tall and rooted through both feet. On your exhale, extended side angle. Rediscover this pose. It's been a minute. Open that heart up to the top corner of your room. Breathe nice and deep. Inhale, reverse triangle this time. Straighten your front leg, reaching up and slightly back. Feel rooted and strong through both feet, not resting too much weight on either one. Inhale, lengthen up to the sky. And exhale, tick-tock forward and over, finding Trikonasana, triangle pose. Really engage through your upper obliques. You can rest the front hand or press. If you rest, try not to put too much weight. Really engage your core here. And if you're just pressing, really engage your core. Deep breath. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your top hand down to your hip, bend into your right knee, and maybe take off, finding half moon. Another strong balancing pose, which I don't have today. Maybe you do. Really engage your core. If you have a prop, that would be good right here. One more full round of breath. Gently bring yourself back to warrior two, more gracefully than me, hopefully. Exhale. And on your inhale, turn your right toes in, parallel your feet, and open up for star pose. Inhale, expand through the heart. And exhale, root down through the feet. Take one more full round of breath. Deep inhale. And on your exhale, turn your heels in, toes go out, find goddess squat or horse squat. More traditional way is arms out, but if you would prefer hands in the middle at heart center, that works perfectly as well. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale out your mouth, maybe sink a little lower. Feel the strength in your legs. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, take your hands to your knees. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Don't scrunch your shoulders super tight up into your ears. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, dip your left shoulder in, looking up to the front of your mat. Inhale back through center. Exhale, other shoulder dips in. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, gently wringing out that spine. Last time, inhale, center. Exhale, twist. On your next inhale, come through center, hands come back up. Take one more full round of breath, really feel the strength in your legs. And on your inhale, rise back up, star pose. Feel that lovely release through the thighs. Getting nice and expansive, one more full round of breath. And on your exhale, find wide leg forward fold. Knees can be bent. Maybe play a little bit from side to side. Whatever's calling to you here in this pose, go for it. And just relax. Another place where gravity can really open up the back of the neck. One more deep inhale. And deep exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, pivot back to the front of your mat. Your right foot should be forward. Plant your hands, step that foot back, and flow through a little connection. Remember, your exhale takes you back to down dog. Take a second here, find your alignment, find your groundedness. Deep breath. On your next inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through. Find your warrior two legs. Inhale, rise up. Get yourself settled. Deep breath in. Sinking in as you exhale. One more full inhale. And on your exhale, extended side angle. Opening up the right side body. Feeling the strength in this pose. Exhale out all your air. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reaching up and slightly back. Evenly balanced on both legs. One more full round of breath. Inhale, reach. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Engage your core. Nice deep breaths. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, take your top hand to your hip, bend into your left knee, and work on finding half moon on this side. Not my forte today. Find your balance. Deep breath. One more full round in and full round out. Gently bringing yourself back to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Parallel your feet, opening up to the other side of the room. On your exhale, take your hands behind your back, give them a gentle clasp. Pull gently down and lifting your heart up. Exhale, forward fold. This is wide leg forward fold with chest expansion. Let gravity do the work again. Not pulling too hard, just holding on to your hands. Feel free to release any time if this gets to be a little too much for your arms. One more full breath. On your next exhale, gently release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, pivot back to the front of your mat. Plant your hands, step back, and flow. Meeting back in down dog. Find some stillness for one round of breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, travel to the top of your mat once again. Finding forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, upward salute. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. We're going to play with a fun transition using some balance. So root down through your left foot. Really feel all parts of your foot grounded into your mat. The big toe mound, the pinky toe, the heel. Take your right leg, bend it, Try and grab onto the inside of your right foot to open up the shoulder in a better way. Once you have that, find your balance. And if you feel pretty stable, start to kick into that foot, coming into dancer pose. We're all practicing balance today. Find some stability, find somewhere to gaze, really kicking into that foot. One more deep breath in, and deep breath out. This time, gently release that foot. Find warrior 3. For just a second, deep breath. And on your exhale, land into warrior 2. And relax. You did it. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, come back down to your mat. Plant your hands. Step back and flow or skip. We'll do that all on the other side. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, travel to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, upward salute. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Prepping to do this on the other side, root down through that right foot, pressing all parts of your right foot down into the earth. Find somewhere to gaze. When you're ready, bend that left knee. Reach back with your left hand to the inner part of your left foot. Find your balance here first. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, exhale, gently kicking into that foot and reaching out. Find your balance. If you fall out, come right back in. You can do it. One more full round of breath here. On your exhale, gently release that foot, engage your core, find warrior 3 for one breath. And gently find your way into warrior 2. Relaxing down, the hard part's over. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, back down to your mat. Last flow of the class. Meet back in down dog, pedal it out. Deep breaths. On your next inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. And exhale, bend your knees, come onto your mat. Take your right leg out long, left foot in. Ground down through both hip bones. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, pivot towards the extended foot and fold. Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. But don't worry so much about getting your head to your knee, worry about the anchoring from the hips. Folding forward, long spine. And then rounding over. One more breath. On your next inhale, gently guide yourself back up and switch your feet. Left leg out, right foot in. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, turn and fold from the hips. You should feel it in the hamstring, right above the knee. Deep breaths. Maybe this side is a little tighter for you like it is for me. Just breathe into it. Relaxing down. One more breath. On your inhale, come back up. Send both feet out long. They can be together or slightly apart, whatever feels better for your low back. Make sure that both both hips are grounded into the earth. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, folding from the hips, reaching over. Maybe you can reach your feet, maybe you go for ankles, maybe just around your knees. Whatever depth you have today, just meet that edge and breathe into it. One more full round. Inhale, come back up. Plant your feet into the mat. Maybe scoot yourself forward a little bit if you need to. And then gently lower yourself down onto your back. One vertebra at a time. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, sinking down, feeling your weight supported by the earth. Check that you can just barely reach your heels with your fingertips. Take a deep breath. And on your next inhale, press into your heels, lift your hips up off the earth for bridge pose. Make sure that your chin and your chest have their own space to be. Maybe you clasp your hands underneath, or maybe you just keep reaching for your heels. Whatever feels better for you. Take 2 more breaths here. On your second exhale, gently lower yourself back down, 1 vertebra at a time. Keep your feet planted. Lift your right foot up, cross your ankle over your left knee like the standing figure 4 we did earlier. And through onto the back of your left thigh, both feet active for supine figure 4. Opening up those hips. Really press your right knee away from your face, but keep it protected by flexing your foot towards your knee. Deep breaths, really squeezing in. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, gently let your left foot come back down to the earth, uncross your ankle, and switch to the other side. Press that left knee away from your face, reach through, and squeeze in. Breathing nice and deep into this outer hip opening. Maybe pulling in a little tighter with each exhale, but be mindful, keep yourself safe. On your next exhale, let your right foot come back down, uncross your feet, take your soles, your feet to touch, and let your knees fall out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana, supine recline bound angle pose. Maybe one hand to the heart and one to the belly. Just let your knees open naturally, getting into the other sides of those hips. One more deep breath in, and deep breath out. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees, help them close in together like a book, And hug them into your chest, maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, massaging your back, giving it a little love. Keep your right knee in, send your left leg out long. Squeeze that knee in towards the armpit. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, guide your right knee across to the left side of your body. Keep your shoulders connected to the ground. Maybe your foot doesn't quite reach all the way to the floor. That's totally fine. Keep your gaze wherever it feels good in your neck, whether that's up or over the right shoulder. And just relax into this twist for 2 big breaths. On your next inhale, guide yourself back up through center, hugging both knees back in, even out your spine, and then send your right leg long, left knee hugs in. Deep breath, squeezing that left knee in, and then guiding it across to the right side of your body. Again, shoulders stay connected, gaze up or over your shoulder, and breathe into your twist. On your next inhale, guide yourself back out. Give yourself one final super tight squeeze, maybe a happy baby if it's calling to you. Whatever you need to seal off your practice. Deep breaths. Before you let yourself relax down for final Shavasana. Take up as much space as you have, palms up or down, whether you want to give or receive energy. And feel your body supported by your mat and the ground. And feel that gentle push of gravity onto the top of your body. If little thoughts come up, just acknowledge them and then let them go. Always feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you want to. But if you're ready to move on with your day, start to bring some movements back into your fingertips and toes. Come back into your breath. And do whatever you need to do to wake yourself back up. Eventually rolling on to one side or the other, using your bottom bicep as a pillow. And take this moment on your side to celebrate, to thank yourself, or maybe set an intention. Whether that's an intention for the day, for the week, for the month, whatever comes to you. And when you're ready, make your way up to a nice, tall, comfortable seat, legs crossed. Resting your hands on your knees, sitting up nice and tall. Notice how you're feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally. Take a second to sink in and just feel. Inhale, take your hands to heart center, connecting left and right, feminine and masculine. One more deep breath in through your nose. And clear it out your mouth. Inhale, take your thumbs up to third eye center, to your intuition. Deep breath. Thank you for taking this time for yourself to connect mind and body. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, we bow. Namaste.